All right, guys. So Dan Dotson, who a lot of you may know from, I guess it's A&E's Storage Wars. He's an auctioneer on Storage Wars. Well, he did a video or a live feed at the protest here in Yucaipa, California, on June 2nd of this year, and he was discussing with somebody about um, what occurred on June 1st, the day before. Now, remember, that was when the huge protest happened that turned violent here in Yucaipa, California, was June 1st. I don't know if the guy touched him or not. I just saw the punch. It looked like he threw the first punch. So on June 2nd, they were discussing it. And, I hate to rehash this, but when somebody makes some allegations or makes the statements about me or my work, I have to do a rebuttal. I have to rebut. So it's kind of hard to hear with all the crowd behind them. He doesn't have a mic plugged in. He's using, I guess, his phone to microphone. So you can hear a lot of people talking and chattering. But if you listen real close, Dan doesn't really say anything that I had an issue with. I think it was the people he was speaking to around him. But you hear one guy talking to him say, boy, he's got sure a weird concept of something. And then he says, he's yelling, he's killing him, it's killing him, he's killing him. And then the guy stands up. They're not killing him.
Yeah, I just like this. There's something wrong with him. He got all weird with the cops. Like, get over this killing, this killing. Then he gets over and the guy's standing straight up like he's not killing him. And it's just a fucking little fight. But then Kathy Griffin and some of these other people put this shit out there like everybody's hater.
Oh, it's trendy.
Everybody's not a fucking hater. Yeah, we're
but you know what?
It's just a fucking little fight. It's just a fucking little fight.
So I have a weird concept when I see somebody, and if you watch other people's videos of that protest fight that happened in the middle of the street at the Arco on June 1st in Yucaipa, California, it's all over the news channels. You just Google search it, Yucaipa protest Arco, NBC4 News. You'll get the video clip, the news clip. It was on my video clip was on every local news channel here in the Inland Empire in Los Angeles. And, but I have a weird concept, I guess, when I see a guy fall. And if you watch other people's phone videos, you'll see one of the other videos I saw, it wasn't mine, where the guy went down and then they were jumping and beating on him while he was on the ground. Well, from where I was standing, I couldn't see over the people that he had stood back up. I didn't know he'd stood back up. I did see him go down and they were pounding on him. And you see that in somebody else's video. I didn't know he stood up because I had people in front of me, and I heard two separate people from that group from the bicycle shop crowd yelling, kill him, go ahead, kill him. And one guy went, kill him, like that. And I thought, oh, they're beating this guy to death. They're beating this guy to death. So if that's a weird concept to want to help somebody that you feel is being beaten to death by a mob, then you belong in prison or jail, because you, my friend, are a psychopath. You're psychopathic. If you think that somebody goes to the ground, people are beating him, and you hear people yelling, kill him, if you think that, saying, hey, they're killing this guy, we need to help him, if that's a weird concept, then you're the weird one, my friend, because normal human compassion and normal humanity is instilled in us to help somebody in trouble, not to say, that guy's yelling for help, he's a dick. What? I don't know. What do you guys think? Comment section below. Got one more clip for you. Listen to this.
Yeah, that's why they're all here, man. You know, because of that video. That's nice.
No, I don't know about that. Maybe, probably.
Yeah, that had a lot to do with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you hear what he said? That's why they're out here, because of that video. Yeah, that's what happens when you violate somebody's First Amendment civil rights. When you keep people from protesting in exercise of their First Amendment rights under the U.S. Constitution, that's what happens. They come back again and they protest even more. Just like cop watching. When cops try to block my camera or block me with a spotlight in my face or a flashlight in my face, or when cops try to, bully me out of the area, that's why I go back and record everything they do. I'm like, you know what? You're on my radar, officer. You're on my radar, deputy. And I will go back and I will record every single thing they do. Not just that single deputy, but that whole department. Because I, like those protesters here in Yucaipa, those young people that were just trying to protest, am not going to let people violate or step on or push away my civil rights. My First Amendment right to free speech, free press, the right to peaceably assemble, the right to redress my grievances, and the right to worship how I want. I'm going to do that every day as a living American and an Army veteran. You're not going to take that away from me. And so, yes, that video I did, that right there, folks, is the reason they came back on June 2nd and marched up and down the boulevard. Because those young people were saying, you aren't going to stop us from exercising our American rights under the First Amendment of the U.S. Constitution.
You get this straight, shit kicker. Don't you go mistaking me for some whole other body. You got your brains in your dick if you think we're just gonna fade away. We're gonna be here till this thing's finished.
That's what they were saying. So whoever said that's because of the video is why they're here, you're goddamn right. That's why they were here. Because you're not going to stop people from exercising their First Amendment rights in the city of Yucaipa. Thank you, folks. Let me know what you think. Community Leo Watch, watching Leos. That's law enforcement officers and everybody else who tries to violate civil rights from coast to coast.